PhD students failed to conduct contextual systematic or contextual data analysis. It is not because they lack the knowledge, but they lack the proper structure and themes that they could elicit from the data. Today, I will guide you for a short trip about how to conduct textual data analysis. In order to conduct textual data analysis or qualitative data analysis, you have two options here. Whether you conduct the analysis based on secondary data analysis or secondary data, or you conduct based on primary data. Primary data, when you conduct interviews and then you transfer this recording voices into transcript, you import transcript in NVivo, and then you start conduct analysis. On the other hand, there is also options that some of those who conduct systematic literature review, they use NVivo as well as the main tools for conducting contextual data analysis. But they use, in this case, secondary data, which is elicited from research articles. So today we will follow the choice number 2. I have for you here, for example, research articles, and we try to code these texts into a meaningful, let's say, theme and codes. So first of all, you import the articles into NVivo, as you see, and then you need to identify the approach of data analysis, whether you use Brown and Clark 2006, or you can use any others. So in that case, I will use Brown and Clark, which is known as reflexive thematic analysis. So reflexive thematic analysis is a common approach for conducting qualitative data analysis, which has 6 main steps. Number 1, familiarization with the data, and then conduct the potential code, and then let's say regulate or reshape the themes, and then review the themes, and then identify or define the themes and writing report. This is 6 main steps you can follow. Sorry. Regardless from this structure as well, you need to keep in mind what kind of structure you are going to settle. For instance, you can start deductively or inductively. Deductively is that you keep in mind that this topic you are going to analyze, for example, in our example here, intelligence or generative artificial intelligence as writing tools. So you recognize from previous research that there is main themes could be interesting in this. In that case, you came to the code here, and then you create in code sections some like potential themes from literature review. You could see that it might be beneficial to have it. For example, if I see here, I would say opportunities. So opportunities can be a meaningful themes here based on literature review. So I'm going to put it as the main structure here. One more things could be interesting can be the ethical consideration. Whenever we read about generative AI, we always come to the point, critical point of ethical consideration. So I would write here as well ethical consideration. And one more things could be as well beneficial, which is barriers or challenges. I reached to these 3 main, let's say, themes or ideas based on literature. This is what we call it going deductively. So that means you keep theories and literature review in your perspective when you put the themes and codes. So here you put the main things you consider it could be beneficial based on literature review. On the other hand, you need as well to conduct or to make data analysis based on inductive approach. Inductive approach that you you prioritize the text you have, and then you read the text, interpret the text, and then refer to which topic, which ideas, which let's say mean or sense could refer this text. By the way, when I start to analyze literature review or scientific reports, I should go to the section of result and discussion, because this is the most interesting one in any papers. I need to know what kind of result and findings the researcher reach. So I'm going directly to the section of results. Here you are, result and discussion. And then what I have to do is reading this text and then try to match. If this text match the pre-identified themes I already have, or I need to create more. So this is, you go inductively and deductively simultaneously together at the same times. So let's have an example. For example, if I read here, he said, the result regarding the first research questions, which aims to measure university students' familiarity with generative AI writing, shows that while all dimensions of familiarity fall within moderate range, there are notable disparities among them. The students respond at least or least positively to technical knowledge. So technical knowledge is not really seems to be important, which is they respond much positively to the interest and engagement dimension. So interest and engagement dimension might be interesting here. So I would say here, I would calculate this. So like active this text, and then go directly. I have two options here, whether right click and then go to make code selection and select which code I should go through, like this one here, and select which one might be. This is opportunities, so I put it in the opportunities and select it. So in that case, if I go through it, it added here one files and one reference out of this files from opportunity. So I make the first code here in the study. Sometimes I need to rethink whether this can match together or directly to opportunities, or I can create different or varied type of opportunities. So here it's up to you. It's up to your structure, up to your research questions. It has many variables. You need to prioritize which one you prefer. So if you prefer to put it directly on opportunity, it's up to you. Or you create under opportunity something like make like sub new code, for example here. Let's see where it is. This is probably new versions. I would go here and let's see if I make new one, it will go here, and I could make it as opportunity or students engagement. In that case, students engagement, and then click OK, and I can take it like this, sort of drag it into other one, this one. So it becomes a part from opportunities here. So you can see students engagement is a part of opportunities. And then you decide to put this directly, so you can drag and drop. Drag and drop here, so it puts here additional, let's say, so if I open this, I can see that we have here the code already listed. So it comes here. So I have one in opportunity and one here in students engagement. I put it as a separate one. So this is scan. And then you continue scanning the text for interesting information. For example, here the lower technical familiarities related to nature of students, academic program of college of education usually offer program blah blah blah. Moreover, the participants might have limited access to specialization training. So if I see this part, the participants might have limited access. So limited access could be challenge. So I could assume that this could be brilliant matched with challenges. So I could drag this and put it somehow in challenges. So I code it as a challenge. And then you go more and more, step by step, scanning all the text and try to code this text here and try to match it and make two steps together at the same time, inductive approach and the deductive approach. Deductive approach, you prioritize theories and something already came from series. And inductive approach, you prioritize the text you have and read the text first and then decide which part of this text can be matched with the pre-identified stuff. So this is how to start or get started with NVivo with coding and analyzing the contextual data. Our case today is about secondary data collection. The most important is, and you could imagine, is the structure you have, and this structure we have in the seams can be shaped based on previous research, but can be also modified based on the text we have. So this is the basic things here.